our midsection, we did upper body, but what if the same dress is also very body hugging in the hips and the booty area, and it has a high slit? So my focus would be booty and my legs. So
Correct.
Tell me what exercises we can do.
So we are going to do a few that targets kind of a bunch of muscles at one time. It's always great to do combo moves. You can get more done in less time. So we are going to use our towel that we used before. We're going to step our right foot on the floor and our left foot on the towel.
Okay.
All right, so we're coming into a lunge. So we're coming down to bend the front knee and then pulling back up to stand. Down to lunge and up to stand. So discovering if we're doing this correctly before you get too far into the exercise. Watch, yeah, right, balance is key, first of all. And then we want to watch this front knee here. So to also make sure that we're using the right muscles. Our knee is going to come back behind the toes. We don't want to let it go forward. Our upper body is going straight down and straight up. So that when you come up, you're driving through the standing heel, firing up the glutes and the hamstrings to come back up. So we're feeling inner thighs, and then we're feeling glutes and hamstrings, a little bit of quad at the same time. But if you feel too much quad, chances are your knee's too far forward, so we really want to focus on the back side, because everybody wants that apple bottom in that dress, right?
Like Nate says, he wants apples, not applesauce.
So true. I like it. Nobody wants applesauce booty, so we're going for apple booty. All right, so we're going to hold it on this last one. We're going to pitch forward and get into the quad. So that back knee is pulling in and out. Again, you're having a balance. Our little stabilizers are working. But now you're going to feel it in that standing quad as we pull in and out. Slide, push. 4 more. 3 more. 2. And we just worked your whole leg. Good burn, right?
Feel it.
Okay, so we just worked a lot with that simple exercise.
Absolutely. And I feel like my entire body is like on fire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm fatigued.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why?
Heart rate's up, yeah. So we're working bigger muscle groups, working legs. So it's gonna get your heart rate up a little bit. This towel is awesome because you can do so many leg exercises and kind of get that cardio burst in there too. So kind of a 2 for 1.
All right then, I can live with that.
Yeah, right?
All right, so what's next?
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna grab our weights. We're gonna stick with some leg exercises. We'll work a little bit of balance. So weights are optional. You can always use weights if you don't want to use the weights. Standing on the left foot, our right foot is back, so we're bouncing. We're pitching forward, bringing the arms down towards the floor, and then standing all the way back up. So right now we're working balance, of course, but we're also working into the hamstrings and the glutes on your standing leg. So the weights just kind of give us a good counterbalance, a little extra weight to pull back up. So we're having to fire up the hamstrings a little more with that extra weight from the dumbbells.
Okay. How far down do you want to go on this?
You want to, really it's as far as you can go. We want to try to keep a flat back though. So if you're hunched over here because your back is tight, your hamstrings are tight, you may not be able to go as far. Being a more flexible person, you could go a little further, you could reach to the floor.
Okay.
So I would kind of just base on your flexibility and then kind of watch your form. So if you're having to round your back and you can't keep it straight, then you can shorten it up.
Okay.
All right, we'll do one more. All right.
Awesome.
Good job. All right, so we feel our hamstrings, got a little bit of balance work, which is always nice. So the last exercise I want to do is to focus more into the booty, into 3 different parts of the booty, and smooth the band on the floor.
Ooh.
All right, so we've got our bands, and you can totally do this without the band, but the band really does give you a nice burn, and it's like one of those hurt so good things in the right place, so you got to use the band. So we're going to bring the band around your right foot, and then the other ends of the band are coming to your right hand. We'll just keep it in the same hand to make it easy. So right hand, right foot. We're going to come onto your hands and knees. Let's actually come down to the elbows. So both elbows are down. So work to get your band on the outside of your hand or outside of your elbow so you don't get tangled up in it. And then our right leg and then your right leg out to the back. So actually, let's make it easier. Let's come onto the hand. That way it's a little less tangled.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to shift it off to our left. We're lifting the right leg up and then back down and up. So we're really working the gluteus medius the most, which is that outside part of your butt. that kind of gives you that shape that you want in the back, right? So we're working the outside here in this particular exercise. We want to watch the shoulders. We're not sinking into the shoulders. Our abdominals are still working. And you can really, as far as height, it's not really about how high your leg can go. It's just about keeping the form. So even if you're barely lifting your leg off the floor, you're still working. I promise you'll still feel it.
You are? I am feeling it. And you can do this without the band too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just use your body weight. If you had ankle weights you wanted to use, you could put some ankle weights on your ankles and use those as weight, as resistance. Cool. For sure. All right. So we're going to go into your gluteus maximus. This is just right in the center part of your butt. Let's switch legs just for our sake. So just work the right. So we're going to be in the same position on your knees, but this time we'll keep our hands on the floor. So we're starting with our right knee under the hip. So ideally you would do all of this on the same side then switch. Again, it's that whole fatigue thing. You want to fatigue the muscle to change the body. So the goal is to keep this extended leg pointing towards the floor so we really get into the meat of your glute. So lifting straight up and straight down. Straight up and straight down. So once you let that leg kind of turn out, you're going back to the medius, which is what we just worked, the side of your butt. We want the center, we want the round part, we want to get that thing tight. So that's what we're working. And you're going to feel in your hamstrings too at the same time. And again, it's not really a huge range of motion, so even if you're like barely just lifting hip height, maybe even a little less, and you're just going to keep doing these reps, maybe 15 or 20 or so until you feel it. And then we can hold it up on this last one, and we can add little pulses, so just lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering.
Feel this
you
one.
feel this one, right? Yeah. And this is right in that spot where you're like, yes, that's exactly where I want to feel it. That's where I need to get it tight, and that's where you're feeling it here. And we can keep lifting. My hamstrings are feeling it for sure, and booty. And then hold the leg up to the back. Now, without moving the outside leg, we're going to bring the leg off center to the left, and then back to center. So I'm not lowering it, I'm just bringing it to the side, and then to the center. So now we are getting a little bit more into your medius, but we're still having to use the maximus to keep the leg lifted. So this is a all-inclusive booty move.
Seriously?
Yes. And if you don't believe us, then just get on your floor and try it, and I promise you'll feel it within like the first couple reps. All right, and so we'll just do a few more here just to make sure that we really got it. And then we can come down. All right, so as I said, ideally you would do all that on one side, then switch, do it on the other, and then you just worked your whole body.
You did everything in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Alright, so we just did a full body workout. I am definitely going to use these moves. You know, I come here to Inbalance at least 4 to 5 times a week. But if you're not able to come to an actual gym or a studio, these moves you can do them at home.
Super easy.
So yeah, like on a rainy day, you're like, I don't want to go out, but you don't want to miss a workout. You can do these moves at home as well. How does one come about signing up?
Yeah, so we have a really great deal for newbies at the studio. It's $69 and it's for your first month of unlimited classes. Come as many as you want for the first month. And then after that, we have quite a few options for people. We have class passes and 5 or 10 classes. We have monthly memberships, we have yearly memberships. So it just kind of depends on how frequently you want to come to class and how often you can make it to the studio.
Right. And there's no contract.
No contract, yeah. So you can choose to do a contract or you can choose not to do a contract.
Yeah,
so it's really easy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I come here 4 to 5 times a week, and sometimes I actually come twice a day because I have the time on the weekend.
Why not?
But yes, I am so excited, and thank you so much, Hope, for
joining
us today and teaching us some of the few moves that we can do to look our best during the red carpet. And I'll see you guys at the San Antonio Fashion Awards. And remember, don't complain, come fancy. We'll see you next time.